God says, I am giving you the final chance to receive $15 million, and this time will never come again. My child, I have been watching the course of your life, the struggles you have faced, the nights you have cried alone, the burdens you carried when no one stood beside you, and the silent prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. But I was always there. I heard you. I felt the pain that weighed on your heart, and I also saw the hope that you refused to let die even when the world tried to extinguish it. And now, as the heavens open to reveal the abundance I have preserved for you, I tell you this with urgency and love: this is your moment, this is your turning point, this is your final chance to step into the blessing that has been reserved in your name since the foundation of the earth. Do not ignore it, do not delay, do not allow fear to paralyze you, because if you do, the door will close, and this opportunity will vanish forever. My child, $15 million is not just a number, it is the material representation of the inheritance that has been delayed in your life. It is not merely money, it is the symbol of freedom, restoration, healing, and the vindication of your faith. You have been betrayed by people who promised to stand with you, and many laughed at you, thinking you would never rise. They said your destiny was small, they said your prayers were empty, they mocked your trust in me, but they did not know that I had already prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. They did not know that I had already written a decree in heaven concerning your breakthrough. They did not know that I had stored up treasures for you, and that I would release them when the appointed time came. And now, beloved, the appointed time is here. The heavens are shouting, the angels are rejoicing, and Archangel Michael himself has descended to guard this moment for you. But you must not remain silent or passive. You must embrace it now, for this is the last and final chance. I see the struggle in your heart. I see the fear of disappointment, the memory of past losses, the haunting voices that whisper, "It will not happen for you." But hear me, my child, those are lies. Those voices are not mine. I am not a God of broken promises. I am not a God who plays games with the tears of his children. When I say that you shall receive, you will receive. When I decree a blessing, no one can cancel it. When I open a door, no one can shut it. And right now, I am opening the door of divine abundance, the door of wealth transfer, the door of unimaginable restoration, and I am saying to you, walk through it now before it closes forever. Do you not remember the times you were almost destroyed? Do you not remember the traps the enemy set for you? There were days when your life could have ended, but I shielded you. There were nights when danger lurked at your doorstep, but I sent my angels to protect you. There were moments when people plotted against you, but I scattered their plans. If I did not abandon you in those times, why would I abandon you now when the time of reward has finally come? I am a faithful God, and I tell you now, with all the love of eternity, that $15 million has already been stamped with your name in the Spirit. It is waiting to manifest, but it depends on this final step of obedience. This is the last chance, and you must act with urgency. The wealth is not only for you, my child, it is also for the generations that come after you. It is for the mission I have called you to fulfill. It is for the poor you will feed, the widows you will clothe, the orphans you will uplift, the lives you will transform. It is for the breaking of chains in your family line, for the healing of curses that have lasted for decades, for the lifting of burdens that oppressed your ancestors. This blessing is generational, it is eternal, and it is divine. But if you let fear stop you, if you turn away at this last moment, if you do not open this final door, then the cycle will repeat, and the chains will remain, and the blessing will pass to another. That is why I am speaking so urgently, that is why Archangel Michael himself is crying out to you, that is why heaven has interrupted your path today to deliver this message. Open it now, receive it now, do not wait, for time is running out. The $15 million is not coming by chance, it is coming because you endured. You endured storms that were meant to drown you. You endured betrayals that were meant to break you. You endured poverty that was meant to enslave you. You endured loneliness that was meant to silence your voice. You endured spiritual battles that others would not have survived. And through it all, you kept your faith alive, you held on to the small light of hope, you refused to let go of the hand of God. That is why the heavens have recorded your name in the book of divine wealth transfer. That is why angels are now carrying the scroll of your inheritance. That is why I am saying this one last time, with fire in my voice and love in my heart. Do not ignore this, do not delay, for this is the last chance to receive what I have ordained for you. God says, I am giving you final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this right now, you won't receive the money. My child, I have watched you through sleepless nights and long days where your heart carried heavy burdens. You prayed quietly, sometimes in whispers no one else could hear, hoping that one day a miracle would break through. You asked me if I had forgotten you, if blessings were meant only for others, if perhaps you were born to struggle forever. And today, I tell you this, I never left you, I never ignored you, and I never turned away from your cries. What you asked me for in tears, I am answering now with abundance. But this abundance does not wait forever. This is a final chance, a divine window that will never open again. If you delay, you will lose it. If you hesitate, you will regret it. If you ignore it, the wealth that carries your name will vanish into another's hands. For years, doors have been shut in your face, people have betrayed you, and promises have been broken. But the reason you are still standing is because I have preserved you for this moment. You thought you were unlucky, but in truth I was protecting you from smaller distractions because I prepared something greater. The figure may shock you, $15 million. It is not just a number, it is proof that my promises are not small. I do not bless halfway, I do not pour little drops when I can release rivers. This is your inheritance, not stolen, not fabricated, but stored in heaven with your name written across it. And now it is being transferred into your reality, but I say again, this is the final chance. My child, listen carefully. There are those around you who secretly wish you never succeed. They smile to your face but speak curses when you are not there. They laughed at your failures and whispered that you would never rise. They even tried to block opportunities meant for you. But I tell you today, they cannot stop what is written in my book. What I open no man can shut, and what I release no hand can block. This $15 million is more than wealth, it is vindication. It is the proof that every delay was preparation, and every disappointment was redirection toward a destiny they cannot take from you. I see you doubting, wondering if this message is truly yours, wondering if this blessing could possibly belong to you. But ask yourself, why would I keep stirring your spirit every time abundance is mentioned? Why do you feel your heart racing as you read this? It is because your spirit recognizes its truth. This is not coincidence. This is not a random word. This is your appointment. I am giving you a choice now, accept or reject. But if you walk away, it will not return. This is the last time. This time will not come again. You dreamed of helping your family, of finally paying off every debt, of standing tall without fear of bills or collectors. You dreamed of building, of creating, of giving freely without fear of lack. You dreamed of wiping your mother's tears, of showing your children they never have to suffer like you did, of honoring those who stood with you in dark times. That dream is why I am placing $15 million in your path. It is not just for luxury, it is for purpose. It is for legacy. It is for the mission I have placed inside of you. You cannot do it broke. You cannot fulfill destiny chained to survival. That is why this abundance is mandatory for your journey. Archangel Michael has already fought battles in the unseen on your behalf. He pushed away those who tried to tamper with your financial records. He silenced the voice of the accuser who wanted to deny your inheritance. He cried out for you when you felt too weak to pray. His sword has cut down every spiritual thief that attempted to steal your portion. Do not insult his fight by ignoring this chance. He is still watching, still standing by your side, and he is commanding you, do not delay. Think of how long you have suffered, how many nights you slept without peace. Think of how you almost gave up, almost ended everything because you could not see hope. But today, hope is standing at your door with treasure in its hands. The $15 million is not imagination, it is manifestation. It is real, and it is urgent. I must remind you, wealth is not just money, it is authority. With this abundance, you will have voice where you were once silenced. People who ignored you will suddenly honor you. Doors that stayed locked will swing open. Your name will be spoken in rooms you never entered. You will sit at tables where decisions are made. And I will use you as a testimony that I can lift a person from the dust and seat them among kings. But remember this warning: delay is danger. Delay is loss. The enemy wants you to scroll past, to treat this like another word, to say, maybe later. That later will never come. This is the final chance. If you miss it, it will not return. Your future is calling. Your abundance is crying out for you. Angels are waiting with the papers of your inheritance. Heaven is aligned. But only you can open it. Only you can say yes. Only you can step into it. God says, I am giving you final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this right now, you won't receive the money. And I will tell you this, once you step into it, everything changes. The stress that crippled your chest will vanish. The fear of tomorrow will dissolve. The shame of not having enough will end. You will no longer count coins or beg for help. You will stand tall, debt-free, empowered, radiant. People will ask what happened, and you will tell them, God happened. This money is more than money, it is destiny. This is your final call. God says, I am giving you a final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this right now, you won't receive the money. You think you stumbled on this message by accident, but nothing in the divine plan happens by chance. My child, I have been calling your spirit for days, weeks, even years, but now I am telling you with final urgency, this moment is sacred. This window is closing. I have held back waves of destruction. I have given you time, grace, mercy. I sent angels to shield you from battles you didn't even know existed. I watched as enemies plotted, as people whispered, as friends betrayed. But I never abandoned you. Now, I am placing before you a miracle that your mind can barely comprehend. The number is not random. The amount is not an accident. $15 million. This is not simply money, this is restoration, compensation, justice for every tear, every sleepless night, every battle you thought you lost. The enemy tried to bury you, but he did not know you were a seed. He thought betrayal would crush you, but it made you wiser. He thought rejection would break you, but it made you stronger. He thought poverty, loss, and delay would convince you to settle for less, but instead it carved into you a resilience that heaven is now rewarding. And because of that, I am transferring into your hands what was once stolen. I am not giving you a loan. I am not giving you scraps. I am not offering you leftovers. I am giving you abundance, pressed down, shaken together, running over. $15 million as a sign that your wilderness season is over. But my child, I must warn you, this is your final chance. This time will not come again. If you walk away now, the door will close and the opportunity will vanish like mist at sunrise. That is why I sent this message with urgency, because you asked me, Lord, when will things change? When will my life finally shift? And here I am, answering. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Open your spirit and receive what I have already signed with my hand. The angels have been busy arranging this moment. For months, Archangel Michael has been battling forces of darkness that tried to delay your breakthrough. There were contracts in the spirit meant to block your finances, people who spoke curses against your prosperity, jealous hearts who did not want to see you rise. They thought you would be trapped forever. But heaven broke those chains. Michael has cut through the webs of delay. Gabriel has announced your name in the halls of destiny. Raphael has touched your wounds and restored your strength. And now, I myself am saying to you, open your hands, for I am placing in them this miracle. $15 million is not just wealth, it is a sign. It is the symbol of every injustice repaid. It is the reversal of every court case, every debt, every humiliation. It is the return of all the harvests that never reached you. You thought those seeds were lost, but I preserved them. They were not destroyed, they were multiplied. And now I pour them into your lap. But listen carefully, you must act in faith. When I say open this now, I mean open your heart, open your spirit, open your willingness to believe that I, the Lord your God, am capable of doing the impossible. You asked me for proof. You asked me for a sign. You asked me for one final confirmation. That is why you see these words in front of you right now. My spirit is confirming that this is for you and you alone. You may doubt it, but your spirit recognizes it. You feel it in your chest. You feel the stirring, the shaking, the sudden awareness that something beyond you is speaking. That is me. Do not ignore it. Do not let fear convince you to delay. Do not let doubt rob you of what I have already ordained. Do not let voices of others sway you into disbelief. This is your moment. This is your inheritance. This is the key to the future generations who will rise from your name. If you reject this, you are not just rejecting money, you are rejecting the divine plan I wrote over you before the foundations of the earth. You have suffered enough. You have endured nights of loneliness. You have endured days of humiliation. You have endured battles no one else saw. You prayed and prayed, but thought I was silent. I was not silent, I was preparing this. Every delay was to multiply the portion. Every no was to align you with the right yes. Every closed door was to protect you from what would have destroyed you. Now the open door is before you. But it is not a small door. It is a massive gate, and once you walk through, your life will never look the same. Do you understand what this means? This is not simply about wealth in the physical realm. This is about authority in the spiritual. This is about influence, about legacy, about a seat at the table that your enemies never wanted you to have. 15 million is a number that terrifies the darkness, because with it, you will break chains for others. You will fund visions, heal communities, feed the hungry, raise up the broken, and shift entire generations. The enemy fought this so hard because he knew that if this blessing reached your hands, his grip on others would be broken. That is why this moment is so urgent. And so I say to you, this is your final chance. You will not get this opportunity again. Do not let pride, fear, or hesitation rob you of what is rightfully yours. I do not delight in repeating warnings. I delight in obedience. When I say open this now, I am not playing with words. I am not testing you. I am commanding you. Open it now, and the blessing will be sealed in your life. Ignore it, and the gate will close forever. You have felt like everything has been against you. But I tell you now, nothing can stand against you when I am for you. You may have enemies, but they cannot stop this. You may have doubters, but they cannot stop this. You may have your own fears, but even those cannot stop this if you will simply obey and receive. The number is not random. $15 million. This is not a trick. This is not a game. This is a divine promise manifested into physical reality. It is not in the future, it is now. But you must align with it in faith. I have placed this warning in your path because I love you. I do not want you to miss this. I do not want you to regret later what you ignored now. That is why my spirit speaks so strongly. That is why your heart beats faster as you read this. That is why you cannot look away. Because this is real. So, my child, hear me clearly. This is your last call. The window is open now, but not for long. Open this in faith. Say yes. Believe that I, the Lord, am delivering this to you. Do not hesitate. Do not wait. Do not question. Receive it now, and watch as the floodgates of heaven pour out a blessing so great, you will not have room to contain it. I will remind you one final time, I am giving you a final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this right now, you won't receive the money. I have spoken. The angels have confirmed. The blessing is waiting. All that remains is your obey. My child, listen closely because this message is not coming to you by accident, nor by chance, nor by coincidence. It is divinely timed, divinely written, and divinely spoken into your life at this very moment. God says, I am giving you a final chance to receive something so extraordinary, so life-changing, that if you pass it by, the opportunity will never come again. The heavens are speaking clearly, and the message is simple yet urgent. You are being positioned to receive a blessing of $15 million. It is not just about money, but about the doors it will open, the burdens it will lift, the lives it will heal, and the generations it will secure. You have been walking in faith for so long, often feeling unseen, often feeling like your prayers vanished into silence, but now you are being told that what was delayed is no longer denied. The Spirit of God is saying that this is your final chance, not because He desires to punish or frighten you, but because divine timing cannot be repeated once it passes. Just like the sun rises only once each day, so too this moment of inheritance, breakthrough, and release comes only once in your lifetime. The angels are standing around you, watching, hoping, whispering into your soul that this is the hour to say yes, to believe fully, to step into your miracle without hesitation. For if you resist, if you turn away, the current of blessing will not circle back again. This is the sacred urgency that wraps this message. God wants you to know that this money, this $15 million, is not about greed, not about selfishness, but about divine trust. He is entrusting it into your hands because He has seen your struggles, your sacrifices, and your tears. You have given when you had little, you prayed when you were broken, you forgave when others would have cursed, and because of that, heaven has chosen you. This is why this amount, this staggering abundance, is coming your way, to prove to you that God's promises are not empty words, but living realities. Do not let fear whisper into your ear. Do not allow doubt to tell you that this is impossible. What is impossible for man is possible with God. God has used unexpected paths before. Think of Joseph who went from prison to palace overnight. Think of Job who lost everything but was restored with double. Think of Abraham who was promised nations though he was just one man. The same God who moved for them is moving for you right now. This blessing is not theory, it is manifestation. You are safe, you are protected, and you are chosen. God says you do not need to worry that something will go wrong, because nothing can stop what heaven has written. Every scheme of the enemy has already been cancelled. Every tongue that rose against you has already been silenced. Every delay that held back your blessing has already been shattered. What is coming to you now is sealed with the blood of Christ and guarded by the angels of the Most High. You may feel unworthy, you may question, why me? But God says, why not you? You are my beloved child. I do not bless by accident, I do not elevate the unprepared. I have tested your faith in the dark so that I can reward you in the light. This money will not just pay bills, it will build futures. It will not just cancel debt, it will create legacies. It will not just ease your worries, it will answer prayers of others you have yet to meet. You are being positioned as a vessel, a distributor of heaven's abundance, and that is why this wealth is being assigned to you. But hear this clearly, child, it is your final chance. The heavens are not playing with your destiny. This window will not stay open forever. If you turn your back, it will close, and the opportunity will pass to another. But if you open your heart, if you open your spirit, if you open your faith right now, everything shifts. The contract of heaven is waiting for your yes. The angels are surrounding you now with urgency, not of panic but of divine seriousness. They are crying out, take it now, step into it now, do not let it slip. You may feel chills, you may feel your heart racing as you read this, because your spirit knows the truth of it. God is knocking on the door of your soul one last time, saying, let me in, let me bless you, let me show you that I am faithful to my word. You are not alone. Even as doubts arise in your mind, God says, I will be with you. In the midnight hours when anxiety grips you, He is there. In the moments when you worry how this could be real, He is there. And when the breakthrough manifests before your very eyes, He will still be there, guiding you to steward it wisely, lovingly, faithfully. This message is not ordinary. It is sacred. It carries weight because it is the culmination of every prayer you ever whispered, every sleepless night you endured, every storm you overcame. Do not dismiss it, do not push it away. It is being handed to you with urgency because heaven knows how much you need it, how much you deserve it, and how much it will transform everything around you. So stand up in your spirit now and declare, I receive it. Do not whisper it, do not hesitate, say it boldly, I receive the $15 million blessing. Say it with the authority of a child of God, for when you speak it, you align your earthly voice with heavenly promise. And when heaven and earth agree, miracles cannot be stopped. This is your time, your chance, your divine opportunity. It is written for you, signed for you, released for you. Do not let this final chance pass you by. God is watching, the angels are waiting, and your destiny is calling. Open your heart, open your faith, open your hands, for the abundance of heaven is pouring into them right now. I have written this message in fullness so that you cannot mistake it, so that you cannot say you did not know. This is God's urgency, your final chance to step into $15 million of divine blessing, sealed, secured, and assigned to you. Walk into it now, child. Receive it, believe it, claim it, and let the world witness how God moves for those who trust Him without fear. God says, I am giving you a final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you don't open this right now, you won't receive the money. My child, I am not speaking to you casually. This is not a dream, this is not a whisper, this is my command, my promise, my release over your life. You have prayed for breakthrough, you have cried for deliverance, you have asked why the doors stayed closed, and now I have decided that the windows of heaven must open for you. You must understand that wealth is not about greed, it is not about pride, it is not about material possession, it is about purpose. It is about equipping you to do what I designed you to do. You asked me for help, and now I am responding in abundance. Not a little, not crumbs, not scraps, but in overflow, pressed down, shaken together, running over. $15 million is already written in your destiny, and yet I see hesitation, I see delay, I see distraction, and that is why I must speak this with urgency. This is your final chance. The angels have been working behind the scenes to align this blessing for you. Archangel Michael has been fighting against those who tried to block your inheritance. There are spiritual thieves who tried to redirect what was rightfully yours. They spoke your name in meetings of darkness, they tried to sign documents against you, they tried to close your accounts in the spirit realm. But I would not allow it. For every attempt of theft, I sent my warrior angels to shut it down. For every plot of the enemy, I released a counterstrike from heaven. My child, the reason it took so long is because the battle was fierce. But you must know today that it is already won. The blessing is ready, the transfer is prepared, and all that remains is your obedience. I am saying to you now, open this, believe this, receive this, because if you don't, you will not see it again. You will regret ignoring this moment. There are seasons where I wait patiently, but there are also seasons where I move quickly, and today I am moving quickly. This is your hour. This is your window. This is your final chance. Do you know why it is $15 million? Because this is not random. Every number has meaning. This is not about a small solution, this is about total transformation. 15 is the number of rest, deliverance, and new beginnings. It is the end of slavery, the breaking of chains, the end of wandering in wilderness. It is a declaration that you will no longer live in debt, you will no longer live in fear, you will no longer live paycheck to paycheck, begging and hoping for scraps. This is me saying enough is enough. This is me saying I am elevating you to the level where you will become a lender, not a borrower. A giver, not a beggar. One who finances kingdom work, one who sets captives free, one who carries influence not only spiritually but also financially. The extra zeros are not excess, they are necessity. Because the calling on your life requires resources. Your dreams cannot be fulfilled in poverty. Your destiny cannot manifest if you are constantly in survival mode. That is why I am giving you this final chance to step into abundance. This will not come again. Think about how many times I spared your life. Think about how many times you thought it was over but I brought you through. Each time I rescued you, I added another layer of testimony, another layer of strength, another layer of preparation. You have walked through storms others would not have survived. You have endured betrayals that should have broken you. You have carried shame that could have swallowed you. But you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still searching for me. That is why I am rewarding you now. Not because of perfection, not because you earned it, but because I am merciful and I am faithful. I am not a man that I should lie, nor the Son of Man that I should change my mind. What I promise, I deliver. What I declare, I complete. I am declaring today, $15 million is your portion. It belongs to you. But you must not hesitate. Do not let doubt steal it. Do not let fear block it. Do not let voices of jealousy convince you otherwise. Open this and receive it now. This time will not come again. The enemy wants you poor because poverty silences people. Poverty steals vision. Poverty keeps you busy chasing survival instead of manifesting destiny. That is why he fought you so hard in your finances. That is why unexpected bills kept showing up. That is why jobs that promised you more let you down. That is why investments failed. It wasn't you, it wasn't chance, it was an attack. But what the enemy meant for evil, I am turning for good. I am not just giving you money, I am giving you generational wealth. I am giving you authority to break family curses. You will not be like those who came before you, who lived in cycles of lack. You will be the one who breaks it. You will be the one who shifts the bloodline. You will be the one who sets up your children and grandchildren for abundance. That is why it is so urgent. That is why I say this is your final chance. This is bigger than you. This is about everyone connected to you. If you miss this, they miss it too. That is why you cannot hesitate. I see you struggling to believe this. I see your mind wrestling, asking, how can this be? But I remind you, did I not part the Red Sea? Did I not bring water out of a rock? Did I not send manna from heaven? Did I not multiply loaves and fish? Did I not raise the dead? If I can do all these things, is $15 million too hard for me? Nothing is impossible for me. What is impossible for man is natural for God. Money is not hard for me. I created the gold, the silver, the oil, the diamonds. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I shift kings, I open treasuries, I move nations, I command favor. The only thing I cannot do is force you to believe. That is your choice. That is why I say, open this right now. Because if you close your heart, if you ignore my voice, you will not receive it. Your enemies already sense something is happening. That's why they suddenly turned cold. That's why conversations around you shifted. They are nervous. They feel the ground shaking. They know you are about to rise. That is why they tried to distract you one last time. That is why someone came to argue, why drama resurfaced, why fear tried to grip you. Because they knew your blessing was close. But the closer it gets, the louder my voice becomes. And my voice is thundering now, final chance. $15 million. This is it. Do not miss it. God says, I am giving you one final chance to receive $15 million. This time will not come again. If you do not open your heart right now, if you do not embrace this divine instruction, you will not receive what has already been written in heaven for you. Listen carefully, because this message is not ordinary. It is not for the crowd, it is not for the multitude, it is for you, my chosen one. I have been watching you, guiding you, protecting you, even in the moments you thought you were alone. And now, at this appointed time, I send forth my word through the voice of Archangel Michael to remind you that your inheritance is ready, your blessing is set, and your abundance is closer than it has ever been. Do not fear, for I am with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe in my presence. You are covered under my wings. But you must trust me. You must pray to me. You must take this moment with the seriousness of eternity, because this moment is holy. This is your appointed time. Do not let doubt steal it. Do not let fear block it. Do not let hesitation delay it, for hesitation in this season is disobedience, and disobedience will close the door that I myself am opening for you. I am not a God of confusion. I am not a God who plays games with your soul. I am truth, I am promise, I am covenant, I am eternal love. What I declare is already done. What I promise is already secured. What I say will come to pass cannot be stopped. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my word will stand forever. And my word to you right now is clear. I am giving you this final chance to receive the blessing of $15 million. This is not just money. This is not just wealth. This is provision that carries with it freedom, restoration, and new beginnings. It is the answer to the cries you prayed in the dark. It is the solution to the struggles you thought would never end. It is the key to open doors for generations after you. This is legacy wealth. This is covenant wealth. This is divine abundance. Archangel Michael has been dispatched to stand at your right hand in this very moment. His wings shield you from the doubt that tries to invade your mind. His sword of fire cuts away every lie the enemy has whispered into your ears. He is declaring over you right now that the path is clear. The obstacle has been removed. The barrier that stood in your way has been broken by the power of God's command. You are stepping into a new season, but you must believe it. You must embrace it. You must receive it. I know your heart. I know the moments you doubted if I was really with you. I know the nights you cried yourself to sleep, wondering if prayer even mattered. I know the days where you questioned if the promise was real, because everything in your life seemed to move in the opposite direction. But listen to me, my child, every delay was divine. Every closed door was protection. Every detour was redirection. I was not punishing you, I was preparing you. I was building endurance in you. I was molding your character. I was purifying your heart. Because what I am about to give you requires responsibility.